How's it going, hipster? How it go?
This one hit to second might be it. That is the ball game.
Playing some BO7. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Monday absolutely screwed me and got my streak reset. Damn. Do I break stream again? I hope not. I hope it doesn't break. It is crazy that as you said that, I started getting bitrate issues. That is insane. I will not lie. Also, longest streak back up for grabs. That man Drewfie, you know, streak's over. Streak's over. That man got Brock Lesnar by a random Monday. Transfer folder, PC, breakdown. Close that. Open that. Do that. Welcome back to UCW Breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, GG? I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. Get hype in chat. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, Marshall? Welcome in. Welcome in. I see you, Drew. I see you. Hi, Rad. What's going on, DK? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great Friday. Near the end of the week, near the end of the week from hell, but our boss bought us lunch today, so thank us. Hey, congratulations! What's going on, Logrest? Welcome in. What's going on, Cool Kid K? How's it going? Stop scrolling on YouTube. This is where you want to be. Change this shit real quick so y'all can't see all the behind-the-scenes stuff. There we are. There we are. Welcome back. Let me. We're not ready for this yet. Hold on. Fucking work with me. Okay, Streamlabs. Thank you. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to UCW Breakdown. It's Friday. That means it's Extreme Wrestling time. Can I get a Hoya? Oh, that didn't work? Okay. Yay. Yay. Okay. We got 6 matches. Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place right now. Today was relatively good. Glad to hear it, brother. I am glad to hear it. Please see my universe mode. Name is Drip King Universe. I can check it out later. I can do that for you. I can check it out after stream. I can do that. So UCW is not like your regular universe mode, though. It is a WWE 2K25 EFED for everybody who is new. We do have roster slots that are open, so if you would like to join, all you gotta do is join the Discord. Check out how to become united. That's all you gotta do. You know, drop a follow on Twitch is appreciated as well. What's going on, BD? What up? Beyond that, let's get into the show. Start off the night late. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. There we go. Sorry. I can hear my own thoughts, and that's a problem. Twitch is weird today. Twitch is weird today. It's a little weird. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the evening, we've got Wade Jones taking on Vintora in a one-on-one Extreme Rules match to start off the evening. As I said, let me get to where I can actually see the card on this. I thought I was set up. My shit is not as set up as I thought it was. Chilling. How's everyone doing? Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. Not too bad. But no, we're going to have Wade Jones taking on Vintora in an Extreme Rules match. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, Ogre will be taking on Jimmy Dice in a submissions-only match in the Deathlock division. The Deathlock Championship will not be on the line tonight, as the Deathlock Champion is, you know, a little tied up in the co-main event of the evening, going against Dad Trainer as well as Baker Pierce. So he will not be able to defend the championship tonight. So Ogre and Jimmy Dice will be carrying the way for the Deathlock Championship here this evening. After that, Jade Tempest takes on Rose Daniels once again in an Extreme Rules one-on-one match to represent UCW's women's division here tonight. After that, Ace Indigo will be taking on Evan Russell for the Deathlock Championship. Ace Indigo had some words for Evan Russell in the Discord earlier this evening. If anybody got to check that out, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, we had Drewfie take on Dad Trainer and Baker Pierce in a triple threat elimination match. This will decide the #1 contender for the Breakdown World Championship. Dad Trainer has spoken out for the first time in a couple of months, saying that he is coming for Ace Anderson, coming back for that championship, and he's going to step through Baker Pierce and Drewfie to do it. Twitch, I click reply to people for a reason, right? Like, I be trying to talk to people. War Games, UCW versus MyW Universe mode. So we've already done something similar to that. We did it in November. If you'd like to check it out, the VOD is on Twitch. But for me to actually collaborate with a different EFED or Universe mode or anything like that, I actually have to know you. You have to be in the community. You have to actually bring something to the table. So stick around and maybe that can happen, GG. After that, Bellatrix will be taking on the most dominant women's champion that we have seen here in UCW, Santana Storm. The Breakdown Women's World Championship is on the line. This is a 2 out of 3 falls normal rules match. But we got 5 matches we got to get through before we can get to that one. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the evening will be Wade Jones versus Vintora. Once again, just a regular one-on-one Extreme Rules match. One fall will do it. That will end this match. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring first. one of UCW's newest signees. He's taken the roster by storm thus far, having an incredible performance in his first match. Ladies and gentlemen, Wade Jones making his way down to the ring.
Walking, no warning, lights flash when I breathe. City on my shoulders and it moves when I lean. Young king with the hunger, I've been grinding through the cold.
I feel like I did well before dirty, but not doing traffic goals.
Cause I wrote it in bold. I don't wait for the moment, man, I take what I claim. Every step I lit the fire, now I'm dancing in the flame. Heart steady like a metronome, pressure never shook me. Eyes like on the ground, don't push, yeah, rise up, rise up. Every step got the crowd going wild when I line up. I don't fold, I don't bluff, I define love. Took a dream from the
So Vintora and Elijah Baker and Pika Boy are the only ones to really lose much from prime results not being included in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way down to the ring. He is a former Prime Internet champion. 2 times at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Vintora making his way down to the ring. What's the rule about entrances or entrance music? So I can make it for you. You can make it yourself. It just has to be non-copyright. Where's Ricky? Backstage. I forgot he was supposed to be his manager, to be completely honest. That's the thing with managers. We do them non-consistently in UCW, so like I'll have them come out with people sometimes, but I won't. With having an actual like manager, it's a little weird. So I gotta remember that shit. My man's walking like he's trying to get whiplash. He is. He is. GG, I've already spoke my piece on that. Already said what I said. Not gonna change my answer. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but in order for that to happen, you actually got to be a part of the community for quite some time. The only person who I've actually collaborated with ran an EFED for 3 years. He had been doing it longer than me, and that's the only reason why it happened. So I said what I said. Over the top rope, Vintora misses. Gets behind him, going for a roll-up cover very early on. Trying to end the match before it really even gets started. Supposed to help me win. That's crazy. You need help. You need help. Drops the knee across the face of Wade. Both men starting a little slow. Gets out of the way of that big kick to the face. Vintora. Excellent ring awareness. Drops him down on his neck. What's going on, Leo? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Vintora's got Jones up on his shoulders. Time to play something to make a song because fuck AI music. Hey, shit is useful. It's definitely better than commissioning for some shit that 9 times out of 10 doesn't come out the way that I wanted it to. And that's from a musician. I just don't have time to make custom themes for absolutely everybody. So AI makes it faster. Sling blade from Wade Jones. Big drop kick to the side of the face. Tried to go over the top rope. Vintora stops him. Drop kick. Takes down Wade Jones. What am I doing? I'm scuffing. I'm fucking it up. I'm trying to do it with one hand. Into the steel steps. Vintora. Clothesline takes him down. Sledgehammer in the hand of Wade Jones. That fan on? Boy, I hope so. It's getting warm. Sledgehammer shot to the body of Wade Jones. Misses. Wade with a reversal. Asking you all if you got my PDFs for tomorrow. Let me see. I have it. It's in the create a character section. So DK should also have it. While Vintora using his power to his advantage, he's got Wade up on his shoulders. Dumps him down. Wade Jones, a light heavyweight compared to the much larger Wall Vintora. Let me at King Hipsta. Yeah, Twitch has been a little finicky the last couple of days. Vintora takes down Jones once again. By the back of the head, Jones goes back into the steel steps. Third time's the charm. Big kick to the face finally lands for Jones. Takes down Vintora on the outside. Big knee to the face on the way. Got him by the back of the head. Match doesn't end on the outside. It's got to happen on the inside. These two gentlemen don't seem to give a shit about that. Vintora's got him by the back of the head once again, bouncing the face of Wade Jones off of the ring apron. Kendo stick in the hand of Jones. Knocks it out of the hands of Vintora. Nice combo, makes Vintora fall. Jones going underneath the ring. His turn this time. He's got a trash can in his hands. Wade Jones, big kick to the body. Stomping down on the back of the head. Just 1 second, y'all. I got a voice message from my brother. Wall Vintora looking a little dominant the later we get in this match. Wade Jones goes down. Ladder in the hands of Vintora. Jones makes his way over. We're going back outside. Hope you're having a wonderful day. That's so good. Moonsault from Jones. Caught his ankles on the apron. Big kick to the body once again. Stomping down on the back of the head. Wall Vintora laying on the outside, struggling to make his way back up to his feet. Kick to the body. Sling blade from Vintora once again takes down Jones. Elbows to the body. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be honest. Looked like a very, very hardcore 2K botch, in my opinion. Wade Jones heading back into the ring, going up to the top rope. Wall Vintora catches the elbow drop to the back. Right back down on the mats on the outside. Was at work, didn't realize I got promoted because I never tagged XD, but I did respond. I'm trying to remember who. Oh, Evan Russell. Oh. Yeah, Ace Indigo. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm remembering now. So I was like, who the fuck? And then I remembered. I remembered. It's all good, brother. It's all good. I've been meaning to get like a master list of everybody and who they are on the roster and shit like that. So that you can go somewhere in the Discord and look and get all of their ads and stuff, just to make shit like that a little easier. Because it definitely does help to know when someone's talking shit whenever they at you. But if they don't have access to like knowing who you are, then you know that's when things get a little complicated. And then there's things I can do on my end to make that easier. So I've been getting around to it. And just the process of looking at my computer, typing in a name, and then looking back at the game, typing in a name, that shit gets very boring. And I get stir crazy as hell. We need to talk tonight about tomorrow and Sunday and the thing for Awakening. Word. Sounds good. Sometimes you got to get caught up in the promo. You forgot to add someone. Yeah, you get so caught up in the shit that you forget that you're talking to an actual human being. Drop kick from Vintora misses. Wade Jones gets the reversal. Thought he was going to go for a choke slam. Drops Vintora across his knees. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. If you do it as people get added, it helps. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. Especially because I can take them straight from How to Become United, get their character's name and their Discord name, and just add them that way. Drop kick to the back. Vintora goes down. Sledgehammer to the back. Sometimes you're just talking. Yeah. Sometimes I cut promos where I'm just speaking, addressing UCW. I'm not talking to anybody specifically, just talking. Like I realized it had been like damn near a month since Adam Thomas had cut a promo, and I was just like, oh shit, I gotta do better. Drop kick from Vintora takes down Jones. Kick to the body. Jones knocks the table out of the hands of Vintora. Drops him down on his back. Huge explosion of power from Jones. Going for the cover. Only 2. Look at the ref and Vintora were high-fiving right there. Did y'all see that? But no, DK, whenever you get done with DKU, just let me know. We can get some shit together. I'm gonna be working on the NBA or the DK NBA stuff after I get done anyway. Adam Thomas has a company run. He'll speak when he needs to. Big knee to the face at Jones. He falls. Going for the cover. Vintora. Only 2. I sometimes just talk to myself for fun, you know? Keep them guessing. Exactly. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just speaking. If y'all get intimidated by what the fuck I'm saying, that's not my fault. Bouncing the face of Wall Vintora off the top turnbuckle. A little bit of blood peeking underneath the mask of Wall Vintora. Oh, but when Hunter needs to do that, it's skeptical. Listen, he's coming back. I don't care what you say. All right, SMFC will be seeing the return of Dustin Hunter at some point. Call it speculatory. Call it propaganda. Call it whatever you want. Dustin Hunter gets back in the octagon. Not speculation. It's a fact. Kendo stick to the face. Takes down Wade Jones. Jones also busted open.
The letters, Mason. What do they mean?
The Kingman. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. I appreciate you. Welcome to the community. He's training peeps. Hey, he might be training Adam Thomas, but he could be using Adam Thomas as warm up for getting back in the octagon. That's what I'm saying. My sources say Wade Jones shattering the kendo stick across the back of Wall Vintora. Big clothesline. Vintora gets folded in half, spun around a little bit. Jones putting him in a washing machine. Big moonsault off the side of the ring. Down onto the outside. Huge slam from Jones. Everyone who's ever MMA'd has their old man run after they get restless from being retired. Exactly. Whether it's in WWE or it's in the UFC is beside the point. Huge kick from Jones over the top rope. Vintora goes down again. Sledgehammer in his hands. Across the body. Wade Jones. A lot of damage with that sledgehammer to the midsection of Wall Vintora. Gets him back up to his feet. Vintora with a reversal. Big elbows to the body. Backing Jones down. He already did. He fought Burrow. It can happen again. 2. Only 2. Big punch to the face. Vintora got Jones up on his shoulders. Drops him on his neck. Going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Sledgehammer shot misses. Wade Jones, big kick to the face. When's the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship game coming out to give people their old man runs? Hey, I would be so down with the BKFC game. That shit would be so fun, dude. Wade Jones, big kick to the face of Vintora. Vintora falls. Going for the cover. Possibly for the final time. Wade Jones, only 2. Sledgehammer in his hands. Asking for more from Vintora. Vintora struggling to stand. Spear. Lays him out in the middle of the ring. Going for the cover. Wade Jones. 3. Wade Jones walking away with the victory. Those lights are bright. My eye just twitched. That was great. No. Just enough for you two and Grandma to eat. The buffering is killing me. See, it doesn't show that I'm having much of an instability issue on my end. It's bouncing between like 6 and 7 megabytes per second. So like 6,000, 7,000 kilobits. So it's not showing that it's anything too crazy on my end. Possibly a stream refresh if you haven't tried that already, Cole. GG's, indeed, indeed. Not gonna lie, I've been looking into Undisputed, the boxing game, because of how realistic it is. Creation Suite looks good and kind of in depth, but I feel like it clashed with SMFC too much, and I need to choose one or the other. But people like the stand up, so I'm kind of torn. So unless Undisputed has gotten like a major revamp since the last time I looked at it was like 6 months ago, I wouldn't pay for it personally. Just because like the gameplay mechanics, like the blocking, the fighting, the stuff like that, apparently it is very fucking jank. They focused a lot on how the career would work, but not how you would actually perform in said career. So while like the HUD and the game and all that shit looks so fucking cool and so in depth, I've heard nothing but bad things about the actual gameplay. But that is just me. That is just what I've seen. You might have seen completely different shit. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a submissions-only match between Jimmy Dice and Ogre this evening. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, representing Creature Feature, he is one part of your undisputed tag team champions of the world. The big bag monster from HIW, making his presence known in UCW even more. Ogre, making his way down to the ring. What's going on, Ogre? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Ogre in the Deathlock division? Yeah, buddy. You've seen the bear hug. You've seen Ogre damn near take the life from a man by hugging him. And he's finally decided to take that skill set to the Deathlock division. He's been secretly gunning for me since I jinxed him a few shows ago. Maybe. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent this evening, a former UCW Awakening Internet Champion, making his return to Breakdown, Jimmy Dice, ladies and gentlemen.
The house always wins. Crawl in, all in. young and able. 7 come 11, Lux on my side. Every match I walk in, I'm leaving with the prize. Stacking my chips, I ain't here to play fair. I'll cut the deck twice while you just stand there. From the boardwalk lights to the UCW floor. Every roll I make got them yelling for more. All in, I'm taking the pot tonight. All in, roll the dice, watch them land just right. All in, I win before the fight begins. All in, the house always wins. You're bluffing, I can see it in your stance. One wrong move, I'll take your last chance. From ladder to cage, I cash in fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ogre and Jimmy Dice set for a one-fall submissions only match here this evening. Jimmy Dice tries to take down Ogre. Ogre does not fall that easily. Jimmy Dice, hands down, facing the biggest competitor he's ever faced in his entire career here in UCW. Got his head trapped. Slams him down on the mat. Jimmy Dice with a reversal. Ogre gets out of the way. Big kick to the body. Headbutt misses. Elbows to the body once again. Jimmy Dice putting up a hell of a fight early on against Ogre. Not letting the power get too much for him. We might be seeing the end of that, though. Leg drop from Ogre misses. Jimmy Dice gets out of the way. Big punch does not knock him down. Jimmy Dice up on the shoulders of Ogre. Damn near 7 feet in the air. Ogre's looking for something big. Big boot to the face. Jimmy Dice gets folded. Hurricane Rana from Dice. I don't know what Dice was just standing on right there. He was doing, you remember that one internet trend where they like step on the box and then like step off the box? Gator roll from Ogre. Ending it with a big slam. Jimmy Dice being carried around like dead weight. Ogre going over the ropes. Jimmy Dice escapes to the outside, looking for a chance to breathe. Clothesline once again does not take down Ogre. Huge. This is one of the things that makes Ogre so fucking dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is able to explode with speed that a man of his size should not be able to possess. Big kick to the body. Ogre once again shoving Jimmy Dice away. He's going to bite down on his fingers. Partially a mind game that Ogre likes to play with his opponents. You know, nobody knows much about Creature Feature, Radcore, or Ogre. They could be cannibals. Who the fuck knows? Ogre. The massive slap across the face of Jimmy Dice. Dice trying his damnedest to keep up with the monster. Chops across the chest, continue to land. Big punch misses. Ogre with a massive kick to the body. Oh no. Jimmy Dice. Absolutely decimated. Ogre's going for it. First submission of the evening. Jimmy Dice able to break out of it. Nick Teague, yes we are. Yes we are. If you are interested in joining, since you are on YouTube, all you've got to do is you got to go to the channel description, click on the Discord link, then check out our Discord rules and the How to Become United tab. That'll have all the information you need to know about how to conduct yourself in chat, in Discord, and how to join the EFED. Jimmy looks like a little action figure getting thrown around by him. He really does. He really does. Gets him up on his shoulders. Dice with a reversal. Ogre with one of his own. Once again, just throwing Jimmy Dice out of his way. Body check from Ogre. Decimates Jimmy. Once again into the ropes.
Wow.
Face first onto the ring. Ogre rolls over Jimmy Dice. Clutching the shoulder. Applying pressure to both sides of it. Dice able to get out. Ogre gets up to his feet. Dice trying to make an advantage of getting the big man to finally fall. Takes the legs out from underneath him. He's got his leg locked up. Ogre immediately powering out. And when you think about it, I mean, Jimmy Dice just tried to suffocate a tree trunk. It's a little difficult. Rolling uppercut from Jimmy. Going up to the middle rope. Ogre stands up. Jimmy Dice. Wrong move. Big power bomb from Ogre. Leg drop misses once again. Jimmy Dice terrified of what's going to happen when that finally does land. Big kicks to the legs. Trying to chop down the tree, and he does. Big elbows to the knee. Dice isolating the legs of the big man. Obviously, the best way to keep him from standing back up is to make it to where his legs hurt so damn bad he can't. Kick to the body. Dice gets caught. Elbow across the knee. Ogre with a massive punch to the face. Chop to the chest. Massive buckle bomb from Ogre. Rolls over Dice once again. Applying pressure to both sides of the brain, dropping him back down on his back. Ogre is simply playing with his food at this point. Got Jimmy Dice up on his shoulder. Switches the hold. Like a dump truck, getting rid of the waist. Dice back up to his feet. Ogre throws him into the referee. Getting the crowd behind him, or just letting him know what he thinks of him. Welcome in. If you didn't hear UCW, you can find the Discord link in the description. Alternatively, if you cannot find it, let me know and I will try to help. Sounds good, Joker. Thank you, sir. Also, welcome in. Ogre. Once again. Rolling Jimmy Dice out in the middle of the ring. Going for the submission one more time. Not even putting it in correctly. Jimmy Dice is struggling. Ogre releases the hold. Big kick to the body. Rolling uppercut from Jimmy Dice. Big punch to the face. Jimmy somehow getting Ogre up on top of that rope. Does he taste like chicken? He might. He might. Clothesline from Jimmy Dice, finally taking down Ogre. Dice is rolling. Big kick to the face. Ogre goes down. Going up to the top rope. Ogre makes his way to his feet. Playing into the plan of Jimmy Dice. Back up to the top rope. Big fist to the face connects. Twitch side is buffering a lot, but YouTube is smooth. I don't understand why Twitch is buffering. I haven't lost packets in a hot-ass minute. That doesn't make much sense to me. It might just be Twitch being fucking Twitch. Because on my end, it says my connection is fine. Elbow drop to Jimmy Dice. Ogre getting very high up in the air for that last one. Patiently waiting for his opponent to rise to his feet. Huge headbutt from Ogre. Got him by the throat. Rolls him over. Big suplex from Ogre. Bites down on his fingers. Ogre gets him up onto his shoulder. Slams him down. Stomps down on the arm once again. Dice back up to his feet. Ogre took a second to look around, and it was too long. Leg wrapped up tight. Ogre struggling to get out. Jimmy Dice releases the hold. If you don't have Discord, is that okay? So we do a lot of promos and match card announcements and a lot of shit in the Discord. So it is okay if you don't have a Discord, but it is a much harder experience, just in my opinion, because you can't really cut promos to like control the narrative of your character or anything like that. I've been workshopping an idea for the YouTube guys who don't have Discord, because there's like 2 or 3 of y'all at this point. Where maybe like having the community post section, letting y'all cut promos in there, and then I can add that into the Discord myself. But I haven't completely made my mind up on that, just because I don't know if you guys can actually post in there yourself. What's going on, Voidmaster Saban? How's it going? Ogre gets out once again. Up to the top rope. Jimmy Dice has got Ogre laid out. Big elbow across the throat and chest. Dice is getting fired up. Ogre makes his way back up to his feet. Huge uppercut misses. Big kick to the body from Ogre. Discord is free. It is indeed free. Bouncing the head of Jimmy Dice off the turnbuckle. Stomping down on the chest and throat of Jimmy Dice. Yeah, age can be a factor. I know with Nolan, it's just the fact that he's like 6 months away from being allowed to have a Discord, and then he'll be in the Discord. So age can definitely be a factor. Elbow drops to the leg. And we try to keep things PG-13 around here, you know? So, like, as far as what they're going to be watching, we try and keep it appropriate. Just because I remember being a kid and really liking wrestling, and I honestly didn't have friends to talk to who liked wrestling as well. So, like, I just loved wrestling and couldn't talk about it to anybody. So, as much as I can, I want to be a place for people to be able to do that. Like, it's not, like, a children-driven community. It's for adults, but, like, at a certain age, I guess you're welcome. Is the best way to say that. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Ho is nicer than bitch. It is. Ho is nicer than bitch. I'll bench him. Damn! Reverse pile driver from Jimmy Dice. Ogre just no-sold it. Back up to his feet. Dice throws him into the corner. Elbow to the face. Ogre with another massive slam. Gets Jimmy Dice to sit up. Referees all up in his way. Ogre misses. You know that the team needs him. Kidding. The team managed 11 weeks without him. Ogre's behind Jimmy Dice. Down onto his knee. Over the top rope. Long story short, you can still join, but be aware it's harder for UCW to point your wrestler in a direction without promo guidance, so it's your call. That ref is fucking Ogre. Yeah. Straight up stood in front of him. Fucked up his whole spot. What's burning? Okay. Where's that referee? He was trying to fuck on me. Ogre laid out in the middle of the ring. Jimmy Dice going back to those legs. Ogre taps. Jimmy Dice with a leg lock takes down Ogre. Where was the bear hug? Where was the bear hug? It's my question. Where was the bear hug? Thank you, 2K. Now you pissed me off. Can I break the fourth wall for y'all for a second? Jimmy Dice is not a real fucking person, okay? Jimmy Dice is a community creation off the fucking call list. He's a 70. Ogre is a 95. What the fuck, 2K? What's going on, Arcanite? Welcome in, welcome in. It's almost like me and Rag called it. Hey, almost. Maybe. That might have happened. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening. Jade Tempest takes on Rose Daniels. Go CPU. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring, a former UCW Women's World Champion, multi-time at that. When she made her debut, she was taking UCW by storm. Literally. Jade Tempest, not James Tempest. Jade Tempest. Jimmy versus Clit. Leon's nickname for him when I fucking Clint. Oh wait. There we go. This is the right music.
I wrote this down when the room went quiet. Every nerve was screaming, but I stay silent. Thunder rolling through my chest tonight. Something's building up inside. The mirror shows a different face. Someone I don't recognize. Lightning flashing in my veins. Tonight I feel so alive.
Jimmy versus Clint for biggest underdog title.
Can you feel the change? Something's in the air and it's calling my name. There's a storm warning in my heart. There's a storm warning in my heart. Break to the calm before I can't hold back anymore. There's a storm warning in my heart. Pages filled with all these words I never said, holding back the hurricanes in my head. But the pressure's rising and the winds are strong. I've been quiet for too long.
Ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to the ring next, she is 2 titles away from being the crown jewel of UCW. Back on the come up, ladies and gentlemen, Rose Daniels, a former Breakdown Women's World Champion, a former UCW Women's World Champion on Overdrive, and Ironclad Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to the ring representing the Crimson Syndicate, Rose Daniels.
Silence now, I won't pretend. You want a rose, I got roots in rage. I bloom in blood, I own the cage. Thorns in bloom, I walk through flame. You speak in whispers, I roar your name. You try to bury me, called it defeat. But petals cut deep when you taste
Rose
this
Daniels, ladies and gentlemen,
heat.
looking very focused this evening. Jade Tempest makes her way down from the top rope. Rose Daniels comes out like a rocket. Big knee to the face, misses. This is not the first time these two women have had a match against each other here in UCW. I do need to remind you all of that. Ace. Ooh, ace. Thank you. Thank you, computer. I have someone who can join with me that doesn't have a faction, that we run a faction together, and he's the leader, and I'm a silent muscle. That's fine. That's fine. If that's how you want to do it, that is A-okay with me, big dog. Just a lot easier if you got a voice. I feel like that makes sense. If you can actually like speak and kind of, you know, because a big way that I know how to book matches and like who you might want to have matches against, who you think you would look good against, shit like that, is if like promos and shit happen. And we've got one guy who watches on YouTube exclusively because he doesn't have a Twitch account, and he struggles to be updated, I guess is the best way to say it. Like he'll be in matches and not understand why he'll not be in matches, and he doesn't have access to the match card, so he doesn't know really anything's going on. That's just because he can't access the Discord. So it does help a lot to be able to access that shit. And it also helps with other people. If you have matches against them, they can promo against you after the match. They can promo against you into the match, like shit like that. Big elbow to the face, but factions are welcome. New hires are welcome. The more, the merrier. We're looking for tag teams, women wrestlers, and male wrestlers. All of the above. Rose Daniels flips Jade Tempest down onto the metal bits of that table. Huge moonsault from Rose. Rose Daniels getting fired up. You can always tell when she's getting focused. Bounces the face of Jade Tempest off the top turnbuckle. Clothesline to the corner, misses. Big kick from Jade Tempest. Up on that middle rope and a forearm to the face. Rose goes down. Going for the cover. 1. Only a count of 1. Into the ropes, big kick to the face. Jade Tempest busted wide open. Going for the cover. 1, 2, only 1. Jade Tempest able to kick out. Kicks to the legs. 3 kicks is all it takes. Very early on from Rose Daniels. Tempest goes down. 1, 2, 3. Rose Daniels, with the fastest match in UCW history, defeats Jade Tempest. Quite literally, 3 kicks was all it took. As I said, Rose Daniels back on the come up. Not happy with not being in the title picture. A little bit of that frustration obviously folding through. Congratulations to Rose Daniels. Dog walked her. That was fast. I got Ziggler and Del Rio match. Just a little bit. That shit was crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening, Ace Indigo will take on Evan Russell for the Prince of Carnage Championship in a no-holds-barred match. Ring announcer, we don't need you. I already explained this. Making his way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, he calls himself the Rock and Roll God. Russell did respond. Yeah, I read it. I read it literally right before this match. So we have gotten a response by Russell. If you guys are interested in what Russell had to say, go check the Discord. Ace Indigo, ladies and gentlemen. Should I ask you one between Rose and Jade? Rose beat Jade in the fastest match in UCW history. She quite literally kicked her in the fucking face 3 times, and GG. Slowly stepping back in. Makes complete sense, Nick. Makes complete sense, brother. Absolutely stomped Jade. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, he is a 7-time NBA champion, a 4-time MVP, and most importantly, your Prince of Carnage champion, representing the money team, ladies and gentlemen, Evan Russell, making his way down to the ring.
Let's run it up. Yeah. crowd chain, I ain't even out yet. Bankroll thick like a first round check. Came from the league where the lights don't rest. Now I'm throwing hand where the ropes get stretched. SNW days, yeah, I ran that show. Every belt touch gold with my name unfold. Dads don't lie, go and check that post. Hall of Fame shine on brag, I both. Talk number, talk trophies, talk rings. I've been paid in legacy. Money on me endlessly. Ain't no luck, it's chemistry. Grinding intensity. From the court to the ring, still moving like royalty. Russell never miss, that's a certified.
I need y'all to know this is one of those ones that I bump when I'm not streaming. We'll also be returning to the hardwood DKNBA. Yes, you will. Breakdown Prince of Carnage Championship is on the line here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
UCW, new crown, the whole same old story. Russell and go. Friend tries to tell y'all.
There we go. This is a bot. It is. It is. I know y'all saw that low battery pop up earlier. I'd be concerned if Evan didn't come back. Yeah. Ace Indigo misses the crossbody on Evan Russell to start off the match. Taking the fight to Ace Indigo. Evan Russell. Big punch to the body. Ace Indigo getting his turn at offense. Big elbow to the face of Evan Russell. Knee to the back. Shovel in the hands of Ace. Cracks Evan across the back with it. Now against the leg. Russell back up to his feet. Clothesline from Ace Indigo takes down Russell. Up to the middle rope. Belly drop from Ace Indigo. His money team partner called Evan out for constantly talking about his NBA days. Forearm to the face. Evan Russell goes down. Ace Indigo drops him down on across his knee. Suplex from Ace Indigo. Going for the cover on Evan Russell early. One. Okay, I'm about to say, we're not about to see a repeat of Rose Daniels versus Jade Tempest. Indigo over the top, misses. If you had his resume, you would too. I mean, facts, he's a 7-time NBA champion, a 4-time MVP of the league. And judging by how, you know, he's got to be young enough to still wrestle and shit. He was doing that shit with LeBron in the league. This man took on Braun, D-Wade, Bosh, D-Rose, fucking... You got KD, you got Carmelo, you got motherfucking AI who was there, you got Kobe. He won 7 of them things. I wouldn't shut the fuck up either. You sound mad that Rose beat down Jade that fast? No, I'm fine with the outcome of that match. I just didn't want the outcome of this match to go down that quickly. I don't like it when matches end that fast. I was say this is the third. This is 3 to. There's 2 more after this, and we're at an hour. So I didn't want this one to be super quick either. Clothesline from Russell connects, lands another one. Catches the leg of Indigo, takes the legs out from underneath him. Evan Russell is rolling. I feel I know that story. What's going on, Wyndham? What is going on? Reminds me of the bedroom. I mean, what? Who said that? Jade Tempest proving she's a one-pump chump. Nice cause, nice show. I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ace Indigo takes him down.
Wow.
Going for the cover. Once again, 2. Only 2. Evan Russell able to get back up to his feet. I need this one to go on for a long time because I'm off in 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand how you would need that to happen. Indigo sets up the table. Dropkick from Evan Russell. Takes him down. Off the ropes. Russell misses the elbow drop. Ace Indigo with the reversal. Back up to his feet. Not sure why it wouldn't have canceled that move because, you know, it's definitely not Evan Russell didn't see Ace just stand up in front of him. Indigo going to put Russell through a table and Russell with a reversal. Got him by the back of the head. Ace Indigo. Big shots to the body. Elbows. Get the separation. Into the table once again. If I'm to drop a CAW, is there a CAW tag? Are there restrictions? So no restrictions that I can't edit on my end after you upload them. The hashtags are UCWUU and UCWEF. And once you upload them, I'll just take a look at them and make sure that they are good to go before they get put on the roster. And you should be good there, brother. Big slam from Ace Indigo, going for the cover on Russell after putting him through the table. 2. Only 2. Russell continuing to kick out. Hockey stick in his hand. Gets out of the way. Russell catches that hockey stick to the face. Ace Indigo going for a cover once again. Looked a little desperate to get this match to be over with, in my opinion. What rules are there to be on the roster? Saban, it's fairly simple. Don't mess with your AI tendencies. That Saban can't join. That's crazy. Evan Russell plants Ace Indigo. Pretty simple, actually. That's fucking insane. But no, it's pretty simple, brother. If you want, I can get you invited to the Discord. I'll invite you. I'll send you a DM and get you the invite link. It's also floating somewhere in chat. All of the rules and guidelines and stuff like that are in the How to Become United tab in the Discord. But essentially, the main one that I really give a shit about is don't mess with your AI tendencies. Beyond that, it doesn't really matter to me. Your overall is going to change with progression. Movesets, I've got moveset rules, but I really don't like policing movesets that much. Just as long as we're not every other move is a spear, a stunner, a power bomb, a fucking pile driver. As long as all of our moves aren't finishing moves, I'm fine. And just don't have excessive biting moves in your moveset either, please. DM me and I'll cook something up. Sounds good, brother. Really hope my shit won't buffer like this because Jesus Christ, it's hard to follow. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. It's slowly pissing me off. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It also is, you know, it damn near, it's below 20 degrees and snowing outside at the moment, so. Yeah, it's buffering for everybody, Leah. You're fine. It's not a bitrate issue on my end this time. I promise. Ace Indigo with the win. Ace Indigo, Prince of Carnage champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how this works. Ace Indigo dethroned the Prince of Carnage. The Prince of Carnage has a rematch clause. So next week on Breakdown, Evan Russell will take on Ace Indigo in a Prince of Carnage last man standing match to decide who really is the new Prince of Carnage champion. Ace Indigo beating Evan Russell this time. Evan Russell also coming off of a very booked week on the UCW roster. So next week, other than the match that, actually no, he isn't on, he's not the champion on that one. Other than the match that Evan Russell has to do on, you didn't even see the finish? Okay, let me see if I got a highlight. Moment of silence for stream. Yeah, that was the end right there. That was the move that did it. I'm very concerned now because my viewer count on Streamlabs has disappeared. And I'm worried as fuck. Because Twitch is just being Twitch at the moment. And I'm quite confused. So let's go here. Let's make sure stream is actually still up. Okay, stream is up. Okay. Cool. Good. Bet. Very happy with that. Okay. So, for everybody who might not have heard it, because everything went to shit for a second apparently, Ace Indigo is technically disputed Prince of Carnage champion right now. Evan Russell and Ace Indigo next week on Breakdown will go one-on-one in a Prince of Carnage last man standing match to decide who the real Prince of Carnage champion is. Evan Russell coming off of a booked week, so is Ace Indigo. We're going to leave both of these men off of the Overdrive and Awakening cards. Give them both a week to rest. Be at 100%. And whoever walks out next week of the last man, or the Prince of Carnage last man standing match will be your undisputed Prince of Carnage. This might sound like some bullshit, but this is actually how we have done it for the Prince of Carnage Championship. Every time John Styles has lost it, every time Owen Thomas lost it, it has always been some type of disputed. They have a last man standing match to decide the real one. Evan Russell, Ace Indigo, both 1-1. We will see who the winner is next week. Did I hear the real Prince of Carnage? I'm teasing. You bring up John Styles' name and Joker gets all excited and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event of the evening. Dad Trainer takes on Drewfie and Baker Perice to decide the #1 contender for the Breakdown World Championship here tonight. What's going on, Nolan? That's like your 4th account, brother. How's it going? Making their way down to the ring first, representing Venom and Vinyl. One part of your Crossfire Tag Team Champions, the Deathlock Champion on Breakdown, Drewfie, making his way down to the ring. I haven't been booked all week. I feel lost. Hey, you had a big week last week, though. We had to make sure you had time to rest. Belt still looks better on my shoulders. That's a crazy thing to say. US. I don't know. Drewfie's the Canadian Ice Monster. His music's super quiet.
Blood on the boards, sweat on the mat. I carry my home on my back. Sharpshooters locked, no turning back.
Also, DK, if you are still here, if you would do me the kindness of going live after the main event, I will raid into you so that we can get DKU going. Big ring or not, no style spice no matter what. Now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, this man is a former Breakdown World Champion. Taking the roster by storm when he showed up, holding on to the belt for longer than Joka. Dad Trainer, making his way down to the ring. Going into podcast mode. Be back in a bit. Sounds good, Bubba. I will be as detailed as possible. Looking for the rules, couldn't find them. Might make a brand new person for this. Sounds good, brother. There should be a rules tab. How to become united. The pinned message at the very top is the rules in that one. UCW crowd getting very hyped behind their former Breakdown World Champion. This match is to earn back his #1 contention rights. Dad Trainer saying earlier this evening he was coming for Ace Indigo, and if he has to go through Drewfie and Baker Perice, he'll do it. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring, he is the Maverick, Baker Perice, a former UCW Deathlock champion. Actually, no. Did he ever win the belt? He beat Drewfie that one time, didn't he? No, he didn't beat Drewfie. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Right before the choke. Every hit I take, man, it feeds my soul. Pays the price, but controls the goal. A loner, a sinner, a shadow's there. I see you're down, but I don't care. Throttle locked tight, nowhere to breathe. When I wrap that arm, you'll beg to leave. No mercy left, I'm beyond repair. The ghost in the cage, I'm everywhere. Don't look in my eyes, fluent. The Maverick rides.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dad Trainer Baker Perice and Drewfie will be going at it in a triple threat elimination match tonight to decide the #1 contender for the Breakdown World Championship. Dad Trainer gets caught by a big forearm to the back from Drewfie. Drewfie takes down Baker Perice as well. Baker Perice and Drew with a little bit of history between these two men. Drewfie obviously fighting for the opportunity to become Breakdown World Champion, taking on Ace Anderson, his former mentor and leader in the Empire of Pain. Ace Anderson leaving the Empire of Pain to Drewfie when he took his hiatus from UCW. Drewfie felt the Empire of Pain backed out on him. All of them went quiet. All of them stopped talking as soon as Ace Anderson left the picture. Drewfie carried the legacy of the Empire of Pain on his back. Ace Anderson shows up, and all of a sudden it's back to being all about Ace Anderson. Drewfie not the biggest fan of that. Drew takes down Dad Trainer. Big kick to the face. Baker Perice takes down Drew. Nice music, too. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Sledgehammer in the hands of Baker Perice.
What do they mean?
Crow0731, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. How'd you find us? Where you from? This is WWE 2K25 EFED. It's called UCW. This is our Friday night show. It's our extreme brand of wrestling. The name of that show is Breakdown. If you are interested in joining, all you got to do is join the Discord and then check out how to become united. That's got all the information that you need to know. Drewfie almost getting eliminated early by Baker Perice. Count of 2. Trash cans in the hand of Dad Trainer. Throws it over the top rope. Catches Drewfie and Baker Perice in the face. Good evening. Double team from Dad Trainer and and Drewfie now. Clothesline. Gets caught up on the body of Baker Perice. Not able to make a connect. Big punches to the face from Dad Trainer. Takes him down. Going for a roll up. Never mind. Big slam from Dad Trainer to Drewfie. Now going for the cover. Only a count of 1. Baker Perice makes his way back into the ring. I've got this one mustache here that won't fucking get out of my peripheral vision. Y'all ever have that problem? I know y'all had that problem. Don't lie to me. I got this one mustache hair that I can see creeping up. And I'm like, what the fuck? The bitch won't come out of my face either. Big knees to the body. Drewfie takes down Dad Trainer. Working the arms now. Submission specialist here in UCW. Off the top rope, almost landing on top of Dad Trainer. Dad Trainer gets out of the way. Baker Perice goes down. Big punch to the back of the head of Drewfie. Drewfie falls. Only a count of 1 once again. Super Dad punch. Baker Perice smashes the trash can Dad Trainer lining up Baker. Huge spear. Drewfie with a kendo stick in his hands. Breaks up the pin. Going on the assault. Kendo stick across the body, the legs, the arms of Dad Trainer. That one across the forehead misses. Dad Trainer knocks it out of his hands. Big knee to the body. German suplex from Drew. Gonna look for 3 of these, trying to keep Dad Trainer down for long enough. 3 seconds is really all he needs. Baker Perice fights back against Drewfie. Drew gets him into the corner. Big knee to the face. How many left? This one and another one. Dragon Sleeper out of nowhere. Dad Trainer breaks it up with a steel chair, takes down Baker Perice. Dad Trainer inadvertently saving Baker Pierce's life. That Dragon Sleeper hold is no joke from Drewfie. Big kick to the body from Dad Trainer. He's got a chokehold on Drew. Big punch to the body. Dad Trainer forgetting that he's messing with the Deathlock champion. Reversal from Dad Trainer, able to escape the Deathlock once again. The stash hair that decides to be a rebel, like, nah, bro, I'm not a Monopoly man. Exactly. Like, this motherfucker just right here, chilling. And, like, I know y'all can't see it, but all I see is that hair. Just right there. It's making it very hard to do my fucking job right now. Leaping clothesline takes down Drewfie. Big punch to the face takes down, or almost takes down bad Dad Trainer. Dad Trainer with a headbutt takes down Baker Perice. Kendo stick across the knee. Big punches to the face. Spear from Dad Trainer misses. Drewfie catches him with a big knee to the body. Sledgehammer to follow it up. Going for the cover on the former Breakdown World Champion. I fucking got it. I fucking got it. Drewfie throws Baker into the corner. Dad Trainer standing on the outside. Baker Perice with a clothesline. Drewfie gets folded in half. Huge boot from Dad Trainer. Clothesline from Drewfie misses. Dad Trainer. Big suplex. Drewfie goes down. Going for the cover once again. Only one. Dad Trainer fired up. Getting the crowd behind him. Baker Perice back up to his feet. Another spear takes down Baker Perice. Going for the cover. 2, 3. Baker Perice has been eliminated. Dad Trainer with 2 spears and a Dragon Sleeper hold and a Super Dad Punch is all it took. This match is now between Dad Trainer and Drewfie. Next breakdown is going to be lit with my first defense. Oh, for sure. It's always a good time. Especially because it's a Prince of Carnage last man standing match. So think a TLC match, but it's last man standing. Dad Trainer stomping on the face of Drewfie, busting him wide open, trying to keep him down. Looks like Dad Trainer might be setting up that Super Dad Punch one more time. Going up to the middle rope, decides against it. Double axe handle, Drewfie with a reversal. Big punch to the body. Off the middle rope, a massive punch to the face from Drew. Going for the cover on Dad Trainer. 2, only 1. Question is, makes it female, have depending on the answer, determine the gender. So we have a women's division. I love the women's division. I think the women's division's great. Some of our best wrestlers are in the women's division. It's not very big, but we do have one. It is definitely more of a male-dominated roster. So if you wanted to bring in a man and a woman, you could definitely do that. We could even put them together as like a tag team in the Crossfire division. Crossfire tag teams are not excluded from working singles matches or anything like that. Drewfie is the Crossfire tag team champion with Christy Zed right now. And he is also the Deathlock champion. He is moving into a number 1. He is having a match right now for a number 1 contender shot for the Breakdown World Championship. So just because you're a part of a tag team doesn't mean you can't be a singles competitor. So if you wanted to bring in a man and a woman, that's completely fine with me, Saban. DT's up on that top rope. Big frog splash. Takes down a standing Drewfie. Going for the cover. 2. Start off with a female. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Sledgehammer to the body, misses. Drewfie catches him. Going for the German suplexes. Did you cook, Rad? Just wait. What's going on, Nelly? Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, is this? Oh. Sorry, I just got something very nice in my DM. What's going on, Nelly? Nelly B, Nelly B. Dragon Sleeper. Dad Trainer not in a good position. Drewfie. Dad Trainer able to get out of it. Neck breaker. Drewfie gets taken down once again. Sledgehammer to the body. Dad Trainer. Forearm across the back. Drew goes down. Super Dad punch on the way. Drewfie falls. Able to get the reversal. Big punch to the body of Dad Trainer. Clothesline misses. Dad Trainer with a reversal. I can't fucking stand this part of the song, bro. Spear. Drewfie goes down. Dad Trainer looking the world in the eyes. 2. Only 2. Back up to the top rope. Dad Trainer. Elbow drop misses. Drewfie gets out of the way. Drewfie sneaks up behind him. Throws him against the ropes. Big punch to the body. Dad Trainer falls. Clothesline. Ripcord lariat from Drewfie. Lays out Dad Trainer. Big punch to the face. Misses. Dad Trainer gets caught. German suplex is back on the way. Are we buffering or do I have too much stuff going on? We've had a little bit of a buffering issue tonight with Twitch, Crow. On my end, it says the bitrate's fine, but I've had people who are saying it's buffering. I don't know what's going on. Drewfie with the cover. Only a count of 2. Leah with the biddies. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate it. Once again, hope you're having a great day. By the back of the head. Big elbows to the body from Dad Trainer. Headbutt lands. Blame 2K? It's always a blame 2K. Always blame 2K. It's somehow their fault. Sledgehammer to the body. Going for the cover one more time. Dad Trainer. Did he do it? Is it enough? No, it's not. Only a count of 2. Drewfie kicks out. Dad Trainer working the neck of Drewfie now. Snapping it back and forth. This is never good. Slams him back down, priming Drewfie for that guillotine, it looks like. Dad Trainer back in the corner. Setting up something big. He's taking aim, lining Drewfie up, and a spear lands. Back of the head of Drewfie landing on that sledgehammer. Dad Trainer going for the cover. 2, 3. Dad Trainer winning back the opportunity to fight for the Breakdown World Championship. Ace Anderson, Dad Trainer, next week on Breakdown. 2 out of 3 falls death match in the main event will decide your Breakdown World Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Dad Trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. The UCW Breakdowns Women World Championship is on the line. Bellatrix will take on the reigning champion, Santana Storm. Ring announcer, we don't need you. We don't need you to do this. This is a 2 out of 3 falls, normal rules matchup, ladies and gentlemen. 20 count on the outside, making their way down to the ring first. This woman is a former Overdrive Women's World Champion. This woman has made her way back up to the Breakdown #1 contender spot for the World Championship, defeating Rose Daniels and Marie Kelly last week for this opportunity. Bellatrix making her way down to the ring. also heard everything. Came up short. GG. I was trying to be as detailed as possible for you, brother. I was trying. And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, making her way down to the ring. This woman has held on to the Breakdown World Championship longer than anybody else on the roster. A two-time Breakdown Women's World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to the ring. The Storm Warning, Santana Storm. All good. I'll say some dumb shit on the promo like usual. Sounds good, Drew. You allow intergender wrestling very, very rarely, Wyndham. Closest thing to intergender that we've got on a regular basis is the Crossfire Tag Team division. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match set for 2 falls, possibly 3. Breakdown Women's World Championship is on the line. 20 count on the outside. Bellatrix starting off strong, working the body of Santana Storm. Grip around the waist. Storm seems to be struggling just a little bit, trying to escape from Bellatrix's grasp. Big reversal. Bellatrix keeps the dominant position. Now with the headlock on the ground, Santana Storm gets the reversal, able to fight out of it. Big clothesline takes down Bellatrix. Off the top rope, moonsault lands. Santana Storm going for the cover. 1. Only a count of 1. First pinfall of the evening that makes complete sense. Up off the top rope. Crossbody lands once again. Powerbomb to Bellatrix. Bellatrix very quick. Santana Storm back up to her feet. Looked like Bellatrix might have been going for a cutter. Completely off the mark. Up into the middle rope. Big rolling uppercut takes down, or doesn't take down Bellatrix. Reversal from Bellatrix. Santana Storm falls. Bellatrix rolls out of the ring. Santana Storm right behind her. Big punches to the face. Santana Storm putting on a dominant performance thus far in the main event of the evening. Throws her into the steel steps. Bellatrix able to get the reversal. Going up to the top rope. Santana Storm catches a drop kick. Perfectly placed by Bellatrix. Underneath the bottom rope. Bellatrix back into the ring. Trying to do a little bit of anything to keep Santana Storm down. Big elbow drop lands. Punch to the face. Big stomps to the body now as well. Santana Storm returning back to dominating, going for the cover on Bellatrix. Only a count of 1. Up to the middle rope. Santana Storm, big kick, gets the separation from Bellatrix. Hurricane Rana takes her down. I'm going to move this fan real quick. It's fucking hot, y'all. It's hot. Well, I figured out why it was so damn hot in here. Apparently the thermostat batteries are not in the thermostat anymore, so the thermostat wasn't on. What's crazy is it was on a couple hours ago because I turned the heat down. I'm very confused. Only a count of 2 from Bellatrix. Santana Storm able to stay out of it. Off the top rope. Cut her from across the ring. Did you move the fan over from your neighbors? No. No, I went to go check the thermostat because the fan's on max and it's oscillating. And I was like, it's too hot in here for that. The thermostat, off. And for some reason, it keeps resetting itself to 70. So I think part of it could be that the battery died or some shit. But there were no batteries in it when I went to replace the batteries. So I'm a little confused. Big slam from Santana Storm. Into the barricade, she misses. Stomping down on the hand. Hey, how's it possible? No idea. No idea. Haven't really started asking that question yet. A little scared too, not gonna lie. Santana Storm back into the ring. Bellatrix throws her in. Big elbow to the face. Storm goes down. Huge slam from Bellatrix. Bellatrix confused, I assume. What the fuck? Now going for it. No, never mind. Big elbows to the top of the head. Not a headlock. Bellatrix sizing up the champion. Tries the planner. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. Did we have a pinfall while I was gone? No, okay. Santana Storm goes into the corner. Bellatrix putting her on that middle rope. Lots of damage to the midsection of Santana Storm. Bellatrix going back for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. Bellatrix calling Santana Storm to stand. Storm seems to have the wind taken out of her sails. Off that top rope, dropkick lands. Storm goes down. Bellatrix asks for her to stand one more time. Santana Storm catches her. Slams her back down. Can a mod drop a schedule in the comments for me to screenshot? So Monday, Overdrive. Wednesday, Awakening. Friday, Breakdown. Busting open, Bellatrix. Santana Storm going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Santana Storm drops her once again. Big punches to the face. Storm looking dominant once again. Big elbows. Going up to the top rope. Got you. Thank you. No problem, brother. I try and keep it fairly simple. We go live around 4:30 p.m. CST. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Big kick to the face. Match cards are released usually the day of for Breakdown and Overdrive. They're released on Sundays or Mondays for Awakening because I have a GM who handles Awakening for me. That is actually Mr. Dreamkiller, who you saw in the Twitch chat earlier. That be him. He runs Awakening. I am just a commentator for that shit. Big belly drop from Bellatrix. Going for the cover on Santana one more time. Only a count of 1. Stomps down on the arm. Huge spear misses. Bellatrix with a reversal. Turns it into a DDT. Santana Storm gets out of the way. Reversal from Storm. Leaps over. Clothesline misses. Big elbows to the body. Big punches. Both women deciding to exchange blows. Going pound for pound in the middle of the ring. Who will get the upper hand? Chops across the chest. Bellatrix keeps them coming. Kick to the body. Santana Storm able to power out. Bellatrix keep her down. Big punch to the face from Storm. And that corner is not where you want to be with her. Off the top rope. How's it going, Vazil? Hi, man. How you doing? Hope all is well. Not too bad, man. Hope all is well with you as well. Welcome to UCW. This is a WWE 2K25 EFED. If you are interested in joining, all you got to do is subscribe and then check out the channel description. It'll have everything you need. Not a mod, but this is all in Central Time Zone. Monday, 4:30, Overdrive. Wednesday, 4:30, Awakening. Friday, 4:30, Breakdown. Pay-per-views either on Saturday or Sunday and get announced usually on Discord. Just have to wait. Just have it all in writing for you. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, sir. Big elbows to the body. Santana Storm backs away. Bellatrix, big boot to the face, misses. Spear on the outside, misses as well. Bellatrix throws Santana into those steel steps. Big kick to the body. Bellatrix with a reversal of her own, responds with a kick to the body. Thank you for the YouTube sub, by the way, Vazi. Stream didn't say it, but my phone did. I got the notification. Drewfie is the man. You are completely correct. He's a fucking legend. Drewfie, also the official timekeeper of UCW, so all of the stats, all the stuff like that we've got on the spreadsheet that is open for everybody to be able to look at. He posts the results every single time that we have a show. Man does so much work. He's absolutely fucking incredible. Beating down the chest of Bellatrix, Santana Storm. Bellatrix falls down on the outside. Storm goes up to the top rope. Takes her down that time. Bellatrix with a reversal. Not sure how she got up that fast, but she caught the arm of Santana Storm like a woman possessed. Storm with an elbow drop across the chest. Takes down Bellatrix. Into the ring. Santana Storm going for the cover. 2, 3. Storm is now one pinfall away from retaining her championship. What a swanton from the top rope. Santana Storm is one of the best athletes in UCW. Going for this chokehold. Bellatrix struggling. She taps. Santana Storm dominating once again. Walking out with the breakdown. Women's World Championship. Congratulations to the champion for walking back out with what has always been rightfully hers. Adding another win and defense into the column for Santana Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. What the fuck is happening? Where'd the music go? Why is this a thing that's going on right now? What the fuck? I can't get the thing to go off the screen. What? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you for allowing me control back over my computer, Streamlabs. What the fuck? Okay, it won't let me close it again. Okay. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, we got an email, guys. We got an email. This can't be good.
Have you missed us? Have you missed me? Have you missed my chaos? See, because I've held these titles for a while, and I got to thinking about the history. You know, the funny thing about history, it always forgets who built it. And they will whisper our names in corners, afraid the symbols might wake something ancient. But me and my brother Ogre, we are two shadows that crawl as one, two broken storms braided together, two broken hymns that somehow make a choir. But the truth, the real truth, it was never meant to be spoken plainly. No. No, you see, the record books weren't written in ink. No, they were carved with talons into the bones of the division itself. And every line, every chapter, every trembling page spells the same forbidden page. Creature feature is the beginning, the middle, and the end. See, but the universe toys with the idea, a dangerous idea. A possibility, even a crack in the wall. What if the monsters fall? What if the moon flickers? What if the lantern goes dark? And the creatures are swallowed by something even deeper? Then those titles, those relics bound together like two hearts stitched with braided wire, they must come undone, ununified, split like the sky before a storm, set free or lost forever. Because only one team has ever carried the weight without breaking. Only one team has ever spoken the language of gold and the chaos at the same time. Creature feature. And only one team has ever been chosen by the shadows themselves. And you're staring at chaos. So let me put it to you this way, management. If we cannot hold our crowns, then no mortal hand will ever... The belts will scatter like ashes. The division will fall silent, and the world will forget what tag teams even were. For if we lose, and if us, creature feature, cannot keep the fire burning, which I know we will, then let darkness reclaim it all. Because some truths aren't meant to be understood, only feared. Knock, knock.
I hired a better security team. I swear to God I did. We upgraded the proxy server on the fucking network. We did everything that we... How the fuck? If you ask me, Radcore sounded a little panicked there. Cutting through all the crypticism, cutting through all the hidden messages. It sounded like Radcore might have a shred of fear that Creature Feature might not walk out of United We Fall with those tag team championships. And I'll do you one better. If Creature Feature does not win at United We Fall, they will go back to no championships. They will have none. They will have to work their way back through the division that they said would crumble if they lost. They will have to go back to that division and fight for it all over again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had an incredible card of UCW Breakdown tonight. We had Wade Jones picking up a W against Vintora to start off the match this evening. After that, Jimmy Dice took down Ogre in an incredible submissions match. Jimmy Dice defying all odds and surprising everyone by walking out as the winner. After that, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Tempest lost to Rose Daniels. Sorry, I forgot what colors meant what. Rose Daniels defeated Jade Tempest in a one-on-one Extreme Rules match in the quickest match in UCW history. After that, Ace Indigo defeated Evan Russell to become a disputed Prince of Carnage champion. Next week on Breakdown, they will go at it in a Prince of Carnage last man standing match to decide who the real Prince of Carnage is. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, Dad Trainer won back the opportunity to fight for the Breakdown World Championship next week on Breakdown, taking on Ace Anderson in the main event. He defeated Drewfie and Baker Perice. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, Santana Storm reclaimed her championship against Bellatrix in the main event of the evening. We saw a promo from Radcore that was very cryptic. I am struggling to understand the majority of it, but that means that we are done with the show for the evening. So I'm going to raid DK like I said I would, and then send y'all over there. Everybody, if you're not following DK, go follow DK. Blow up chat. Show him some love. We're doing DKU. It's an EFED, but for college football. And then once we get out of college, we're going to Madden, so the NFL. But I'll see y'all there because that's where I'm going to be too. Y'all be safe. Have a good evening. Bye.